And welcome back to Bitcoin Advisors channel. My name is Chris, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video, a tutorial on how to set up TradingView for free. And that's if you've been following this channel for some time and you really want to progress in your understanding of the markets, not only with Bitcoin, but all markets. Why? Technical analysis works for all things, stocks, commodities, Forex, you name it. TA is not an exact science. It is more of an art form learned over time, but there are a few easy tips and tricks I wish somebody would have spent time to explain to me that really I can give to you in just a few minutes, and you can get off to the right foot if you want to become a successful trader. And you can set up a TradingView account for free, and the setup is good enough for a fairly effective trading strategy, whether you're looking for short-term profits, or if you have a longer-term outlook for Bitcoin and crypto in general. By identifying a macro low, you're going to be able to put in, hopefully, perhaps buy the dip. And most importantly, you'll begin to learn how to identify a trend. What is an uptrend? What is a downtrend? Which will help you get a general bias on where price action is going on a particular time frame. So what is technical analysis? It is the use of indicators for the purpose of interpreting past price action and making inferences on future price action, from where we can calculate potential risk and reward for the purpose of making highly profitable trades, which will lead to success over time. So technical analysis works through many avenues. Number one, identification of institutional investors. What are the liquidity zones? And number two, patterns. They repeat over time. You've got triangles, halvings, you got the dollar, stocks, right? How does Bitcoin react to these different patterns over time? Number three, you've got awareness of market participants and motives. So who are the people buying Bitcoin? Are countries buying Bitcoin? Are hedge funds buying Bitcoin? Or is it just retailers, right? And what are their motives? What are so it's really important to kind of understand the people that are participating in the market, what they're looking to do. Then you've got number four, groupthink. It's what is everybody in the market thinking at the time? What's the news? What's on Twitter? What's on Bloomberg, right? You get a general idea of what everybody's thinking. And then you've got number five, human psychology, right? You want to be fearful when others are being greedy, right? And greedy when other people are fearful. And that's, just touching on some of the basic avenues, but I want to give you the story, right? And it is the bulls versus the bears, right? And the bulls, right, they like to make money by forcing price upwards and onwards, right? And they play off of the emotions like the fear of missing out, greed, and, irrational exuberance, right? Then you have the bears, the opposite side. They like to force prices down. They play off emotions like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And the bulls, right, they like to buck up, and the bears, well, they like to claw down. Hence the phrase, the bulls versus the bears, right? And, the technical definition, professional technical analysis, it aims to discover or document potential scenarios and their triggering events, right? With each scenario, a counter scenario lies opposite, that it involves a nonce thinking, a meta-awareness of underlying market dynamics to understand potential reward and risks for a given trade. And from there, it is the analyst's duty to incorporate the risk/reward analysis and relate it to potential scenarios and their triggering events. So basically, you want to have a validation point and an invalidation point where your trade idea becomes null and void, essentially. So first thing is first, before we get into the bulk of this video, how to set up a TradingView account for free. I want to say thanks for listening. Thanks for checking this video out, and feel free to post a comment below or ask a question. And we do have a referral link below. You can click on the link, set up your account today. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to tradingview.com. We are going to hit sign in or get started. Let's see, get started. And then you scroll down to the try the free basic. Okay, now that I've created a bogus email here, and I'm going to put this in. Okay, create account. This is a Gmail account. Okay, we do not want to choose a photo. We're going to continue on. And we're going to go for the basic. How do we get into the basic? I think we're already in. It's just trying to get us to sign up for something right away. Let's go to chart, because we are signed in. And first things first, I do like to go ahead and put the dark theme on, which for me, it's just easier on the eyes when you're looking at this stuff all day. First thing, and to add to your watch list, you just click on this button right here, and it's already got a few tickers in there, like SPY, NASDAQ, Dow, dollar. Want to go ahead and click here and type in BTC, and then whatever exchange you like to trade from. So I'll throw on Coinbase right there, and that'll show up at the bottom, and then you can color code it here as something you want to keep your eye on. Nope, I don't want the multicolor. Free trial, right? Let's get free use out of this free trial. And there's actually some really nice features you can set up here without, or just absolutely free. So I'm going to walk you through that. And like I said, I only wish somebody would have walked me through this. I had to, kind of do it on my own. And so we got the dark theme. First thing we want to do is throw on some indicators, right? We got Bitcoin's price. It already has the volume at the bottom there, which is nice. And where is our indicator button here? Let's see. Indicators and strategies right there. And then you're going to go ahead and type in moving average, just as I am. Moving average exponential times 4. And then we're just going to hit search. And maybe it's under community scripts. Okay, maybe it's exponential moving average. There it is. Moving average exponential times 4. I don't know why that took so long. But what that's going to do is throw on 4 exponential moving averages. And what I like to do is go ahead and adjust the settings. So you're going to click on that little circle right there. And first thing we're going to look at is a 9 exponential. We're going to change that to a 9. And then we're going to put on a 55. And then we're going to put on a 200, which is already there. Sorry. 21. A 21, a 55, and a 200. Okay. And the other thing we want to do is change some of these colors. If you want to match it up with mine, I like to do it like this. Style. Okay, so we're going to go with a, it's like a teal and then we're going to make the lines how do we do that? Oh yeah, right here. I like that kind of thickness of the line. And then we're going to check out inputs for, so we put in the 21 is going to be yellow, and we're going to adjust that down. And then the green 55 is going to be green. What green do I like? I guess we'll do it regular green. I keep forgetting to change the line length, and then a purple 200, which, don't ask me why we're purple on the 200 exponential moving average, but that's the one I like to use, the green 55 and the purple 200, and it makes it easy for me to see. All right, and what else do I want to throw on here? I do want to make the length, the line, okay. So you should have 4 of the exponential moving averages for the majors, the 21 exponential moving average, the 9 exponential, and the green 55. And we'll go over why that's important a bit later. Next thing I want to throw on is our RSI, and this might be a little bit more tricky. So I have my other TradingView account up here so that I can reference here. So this is going to be called the RSI _ EMA Zoned. So let's see if we can find this indicator here. Pine Script Mastery. No. Let's try RSI _ EMA _ Zoned. And this one is, I believe, 2074 likes. So if you click that there, and then if you want to star that, that'll add it to your favorites, and you can do that as well. I don't know if we did that for the last one, but you can add it to your favorites. Okay, so now let's throw on our settings here. That's the most important part. So going back to your screen, you should got these guys here, and I don't really like these colors, so I have it set up like this. And what this is known as, this is the bullish control zone, and this is the bearish control zone. And yeah, I'll get into some of the settings here real quick, but first I'm going to pull them up on my screen so I can see what settings I have. Inputs. So what you do is you go ahead and go to your settings there, and we'll go to inputs. And I have it on a 14 length and a RSI EMA length of 12. So you're just going to go ahead and change that there, change that there. And that is the look period. That is to kind of smooth out the lines a little bit, make it a little easier. And then we'll go into the style, and just to match it up real quick, let's see how quickly we can match these colors. I'm going to go with that one. Nope. Oh, maybe that's it. Let's go with, yep, I'm going to go with that one. Okay, white. That's easy enough. And for some reason, there's this little ad popping in the bottom there. Okay. That's the problem with a free account. You're going to get those ads popping up everywhere. Okay. Getting on down here to the overbought line, and that's going to be the blue, similar color here. And again, same color there. Let's see, why isn't it changing? Oh, there we go. You gotta always make sure you slide that to the right. Then we got a gray here. It looks like a little darker on on that one. Let's see, how's that compare? That's pretty darn close. Say we're more there. Now we're going to go purple here. Again, you're just trying to match some colors so you can get a similar outlook. You could play with the colors as you see fit. You know, whatever's appealing to your eye, that's what I'd recommend you use. This is just what I've found light on my eyes, and you know, it works for me. Okay, we're looking for this kind of a teal, turquoise color. Which one do you think? No, it's not that one. Here we go. I'm having trouble, guys. Oh, this one has the gradient in the background. That's what it is. So that looks like the blue, the turquoise kind of, there it is. And it's probably something like that. Let's see. Now that's a lot darker. And it looks a little bluer. I think we're one over. All right, I'm not going to be too much of a perfectionist, but we should have a similar setup here, right? So you got, and then we're going to adjust the last setting here. So again, how close are we? Not very close. Should I adjust the color a little more? So this is the overbought background. Heinz background. Okay, so that's the background. Let's go with the blue. And we'll make it brighter. It's got to be brighter. That's it right there. Okay. I'm kind of a perfectionist if you can't tell. And even the thickness of these lines. And then we're going to adjust the margin there. In a bullish market, typically you move the bullish control down, control zone down to about a 65. In a bearish market, you know, you typically raise it up to, I think, about 70. Depends on what your preferences are, but that's where I like to set mine. And I'm just going to make the lines a little bit thicker here. So and how did I get them thicker here? There we go. And that still didn't thicken the lines very much, but I'm going to change at least the settings here. So 80, 65, that's correct. 50, 45, and 30. I guess that was the only difference from the original setting there. These all match up, okay. So essentially we should have a matching chart here. And we do. Okay. So now you should have your RSI EMA zone. So what is this? This is the relative strength index. It does help us determine bullish and bearish divergence. We will go over that in another video, but This is a very, very important indicator as well, and we use this in confluence with the other indicators like the moving averages and then the trend. So another thing we're going to add on here is the stochastics, and I hope this is helpful. Hope I hope you guys are able to follow along here. Yep, next thing I want to add on here is the stochastics, and really this is a momentum indicator over here, and I've got my settings. Let's see if it'll let us add it. I believe that's it. How many indicators do you get? Only 2. That's no fun. Oh, you got it. Okay. So you've got that, and the ads are no fun. You know, you can get a basic plan, I think, for $19.99 or something if you end up having fun doing this. And yep. So stochastics, let's change our settings here. And how, if you have trouble getting the settings icon, you just click that arrow at the top left corner, and that will basically turn on the settings or the ability to see the gear over here. And let's go ahead and get the colors matched up. As hard as this is, I literally, I don't feel like I can get the same colors, but we're pretty close here. I'm going to go with that. Yep. Okay. And then purple, something like that. And then the blue again. And purple. It's kind of the dark purple. Oh, it's probably that one. Okay. That's at an 80 upper band, 20 lower band. So you got all these lined up here. The background is, I think, more of that teal blue kind of color. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And then visibility, 24, 362. That's all the same. Okay, let's close our eyes and hope it looks the same here. And maybe the thickness of the, yep, we're pretty, oh, that looks a little slightly different. Are we on a different time frame? By the way, if you want to add some time frames to your chart, you can go ahead and click up here. Right now it says daily. That's a daily, right? If you want to add an hourly or a 4-hour, which I would recommend, I think you're only able to add a couple in the free version. Hourly, 4-hour, and then a weekly, daily. I would add a 2-day if you can. And you got the 1-hour, 4-hour, weekly, and the daily. Could you throw in a 2-hour? Yes, I like the 2-hour as well. And there you go. Okay. So now we are setting up our stochastics right now. We're going to go ahead and click on indicator strategies. You're going to type in stochastic like that. You're going to select this one by clicking there, and it should appear at the bottom of your chart. And then you're going to go to settings, and you're going to go ahead and type in, and I'll show you on mine here, the same thing. So it might be slightly different. I don't know why, but for the K length, you're going to put 14 right here. For some reason, this is the smoothing zone. So smoothing is going to be at 6. And then you got 3%. Yes, this is just the order it's supposed to go. That's the D. Yeah, the D length, right? Or D smoothing, whatever you want to call it. That's going to be a 3 right there. So for you, when you type it in, 14, 6, and a 3, Next tile over, you're just going to want to match the colors, right? I believe we're right there, full length, and then that's the thickness. I just like that thickness. You can do whatever you like. And that's going to be the same thing on down the line, right? So just match the colors there. And then the visibility is all the same, right? Then you're going to click OK. And that should give you a the exact layout that I have actually for stochastics. And these things are used for catching the momentum. Typically when you get a cross down like this, coming out of the critical zone, that is usually a downward move. And what do you see here? So we got a cross down, and it doesn't always work that nicely. We'll get into that later, but that's one of the indicators we like to use for momentum. And last but not least, I want to see if we can add one more indicator on your free demo account. It may be maxed out here with 2 indicators, and we can try and add our last one, which would be the BBWP, Bollinger Width Percentile. And this is by a guy named Caretaker. Has some pretty amazing indicators. Let's see if it let us add it. Go back. Oh, it's making you get a free trial. If you want to add the volatility indicator, that is going to be up to you. I think you're going to have to upgrade to go ahead and get that. So that's that for setting up TradingView today. You'll get your exponential moving averages, and you'll get your RSI, the relative strength index, used for identifying bullish and bearish divergence, and then you'll get the momentum indicator, which is the stochastic. I hope that is helpful. I hope you enjoyed setting up your account. Please post a comment below if you have a question. Thanks, and have yourself a blessed day. Take care.